Happy Sunday, Addie.
Happy Sunday.
This is Pada.
And Gringa.
And this is...
Corduroy.
Do you remember about Corduroy?
She totally knows about his button.
Do you remember what he's missing, what he's looking for? A button. Button, button. Where's the button? Corduroy by Don Freeman.
Like a librarian.
It's just like a
librarian. Corduroy is a bear. You can point it more toward her.
Okay.
And then, yes, there, right? Corduroy is a bear who once lived in the toy department of a big store. Day after day, he waited with all the other animals and dolls for somebody to come along and take him home.
What animals or dolls do you see, Addie? Can you look at the picture?
We know who that is.
The store was always filled with shoppers buying all sorts of things, but no one ever seemed to want a small bear in green overalls. Can you find Corduroy in the picture? Do you see him? A small bear in green overalls. Look carefully.
Then, one morning, a little girl stopped and looked straight into Corduroy's bright eyes. "Oh, Mommy," she said, "look, there's the very bear I've always wanted." "Not today, dear," her mother sighed. "I've spent too much already. Besides, he doesn't look new. He's lost the button to one of his shoulder straps."
Oh my. And do you see the little girl?
With
and
her...
You see, she's wearing a scarf.
Little kerchief.
Like Gringa.
Oh, totally.
And there's the mommy with the purse and all the bags.
She's spent too much this week.
Corduroy watched them sadly as they walked away.
"I didn't know I'd lost a button," he said to himself. "Tonight I'll go and see if I can find it."
Sounds like an adventure. Late that evening, when all the shoppers had gone and the doors were shut and locked, Corduroy climbed carefully down from his shelf and began searching everywhere on the floor for his lost button. See him climbing down. Now he's beginning to search.
Suddenly, he felt the floor moving under him. Quite by accident, he had stepped onto an escalator, and up he went.
Going up the escalator. Could this be a mountain? He wondered. I think I've always wanted to climb a mountain.
He stepped off the escalator as it reached the next floor, and there, before his eyes, was a most amazing sight. Tables and chairs and lamps and sofas and rows of beds. "This must be a palace," Corduroy gasped. "I guess I've always wanted to live in a palace."
Look at all the beds. How many beds, Addie? Can you count them? Look at how many lamps. tables and chairs.
Wow.
He went up the escalator to the furniture department.
He certainly did.
He wandered around admiring the furniture. "This must be a bed," he said. "I've always wanted to sleep in a bed." And up he crawled onto a large, thick mattress. All at once he saw something small and round. "Why, here's my button," he cried, and he tried to pick it up. But like all the other buttons on the mattress, it was tied down tight. Look at him pull. Look how hard he's pulling. "You sleep in a bed, don't you, Addie? You have a big girl bed now. Does it have buttons on it? I wonder. Go check."
She'll have to take the sheets off.
Yes.
Up a little higher.
There we go.
He yanked and pulled with both paws until pop, 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 off came the button, and off the mattress Corduroy toppled. Bang onto a tall floor lamp. Over it fell with a crash.
Oh my gosh. He's making a lot of noise. He fell off the bed.
He fell onto a lamp.
Look who's coming. Corduroy didn't know it, but there was someone else awake in the store. The night watchman was going his rounds on the floor above. When he heard the crash, he came dashing down at the escalator. "Now, who in the world did that?" he exclaimed. "Somebody must be hiding around here." Where's Corduroy hiding, I wonder? Gringa, where's Corduroy?
He flashed his light under and over sofas and beds until he came to the biggest bed of all, and there he saw 2 fuzzy brown ears sticking up from under the cover. "Hello, how did you get upstairs?" he said.
Wow, do you see the 2 fuzzy brown ears? Then he pulls the covers off, and who is that?
Oh,
Corduroy.
Corduroy.
The watchman tucked Corduroy under his arm and carried him down the escalator and set him on the shelf in the toy department with the other animals and dolls. He knew right where to put him, back with all the other animals and dolls.
Corduroy was just waking up when the first customers came into the store that morning, and there, looking at him with a wide, warm smile, was the same girl he'd seen only the day before. "I'm Lisa," she said, "and you're going to be my very own bear. Last night I counted what I've saved in my piggy bank, and my mother said I could bring you home."
Oh my, look at the lady reaching for Corduroy in the display case.
Oh,
The little girl brought her money in her purse.
and her cute little kerchief.
It's a nice kerchief like Gringa.
Look, there's a turtle.
Is there a turtle? Oh, Addie, one of your favorite animals. Do you see the big turtle?
Look how happy the bunny is to see him getting picked.
They're
Oh
so
my
happy.
God.
I hope the bunny gets her turn. "Shall I put him in a box for you?" the saleslady asked. "Oh, no, thank you," Lisa answered, and she carried Corduroy home in her arms. Look how she's hugging Corduroy. She ran all the way up 4 flights of stairs into her family's apartment and straight to her own room. She can't wait.
Corduroy blinked. There was a chair and a chest of drawers, and alongside a girl-sized bed stood a little bed just the right size for him. The room was small, nothing like the enormous palace in the department store. "This must be home," he said. "I know I've always wanted a home." Lisa sat down with Corduroy on her lap and began to sew a button on his overalls. "I like you the way you are," she said, "but you'll be more comfortable with your shoulder strap fastened."
Look at her sewing. She's so carefully sewing that on. Look at the smile on Corduroy's face. He's so happy he's being taken care of. "You must be a friend," said Corduroy. "I've always wanted a friend." "Me too," said Lisa, and gave him a big hug.
It's a really good story. I like it.
Corduroy. Corduroy.
Corduroy.
Can you say corduroy? Bye, Addie.
We love you.